Okay, you've been involved in fair housing, as you said, for more than 20 years,
Yes.
I suppose. Have things changed any?
Well, there have been many changes. First, when I started, everybody said it was impossible, that you couldn't get white people to rent or buy next door to blacks. Now, 19% of Americans live, according to the National Opinion Research Council, in open or integrated neighborhoods, and many, many thousands of people who are white live next door to blacks. Uh, Also, the major companies, the major national companies, Boise Cascade, Levitt, and all the others that are now in housing, have, as a matter of policy, decided all their housing is open. Whether this information always gets down to the lowliest job superintendent or lowliest salesman is not quite clear, as a major developer of housing owning over 2,600 units told me on the long distance phone from California a couple of days ago. And so he's hiring testers to test his own staff to find out whether his staff is violating company policy and practicing segregation.
Is there an advantage to living in an integrated neighborhood?
There are tremendous advantages. I know the block I live in, it's only 19 houses, but it's the fact, first of all, that I was building it with an ethical basis made me do a much better job in saving the landscape, saving the trees, giving 2 acres for a private park, siting each house carefully, so that in the end it's a community of, in my opinion, tremendous excitement, and it means more to me, even though it's only 19 houses, than the larger communities I've built around the country. But one of the advantages is that people are treated as human beings, as friends. There's an outgoing quality to life there, and my children make friends not on the basis of race, but on the basis of common interest. So that my friends and my wife's friends are not made on the basis of race. So that, for example, I have a daughter, my wife's daughter, since I remarried. She's only 11, but her best friend happens to be black. Sure, she's got white friends on the block, but her best friend is black, and 1/3 of the time she's either sleeping at the home of Debbie Camp, or Debbie Camp is sleeping at our home.
Is there a possibility that whites do indeed want to live with whites and blacks might just want to live with blacks and so forth?
I think there is a possibility that whites who have never lived with others may be frightened of strangers. There was once a test, of whether Americans like to live least next to certain nationalities, and a group of 50 nationalities were listed, 2 of them non-existent. And everybody was least willing to live next door to the non-existent nationalities because they'd never heard of them. And so this is the key. I have never once had a black family come to my development and say, I want to live next door to a black family. And almost never have we had white families even raise the question of whether they're going to live next door to blacks or to whites. We have had whites by the thousands come and rent or buy in our integrated communities without ever raising any question as to who's going to be next door.
Thank you very much.